We're glad to have you again in our YouTube channel.
Hi.
It's been a long time. We know you enjoyed our last episode, and we hope that this one is going to bless you too. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please try to subscribe, please. I know it's blessing you. Share the link, let people know, about the things you have been learning. Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you.
Bless you. We are actually few tips for you to be chaste in your courtship as a single couple, singles that are intending to get married. Just some few tips that you need to take important that would help you, because one of the things challenges that certain couples they have is having to stay chaste because they cannot manage their emotions, they cannot manage all the overwhelming thoughts and emotions. Yes, that's why we are making this video so that we help Christian couples, particularly the ones that are serious with God, on how to be chaste, how to manage their emotions. See, that emotions is not really bad. It's just when you yield to it that it becomes a sin. That emotion, your attraction to that lady, that attraction to that brother is not bad. But what makes it a sin is when you yield to it and you commit that. You need to understand that having that thought, that is not a sin. It's normal. Everybody has that thought. Once again, subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. First thing we'll be talking about on how to stay chaste in your Christian journey as courting couple, courtship, and everything is that you need to focus on God. You need to focus more on God. You see, you need to find time together to pray and to know certain things that God is saying about you. See, one of the things that prayer does to you is that it helps you to be busy with God. You need to understand that it is only by God's help that you can do it. Sincerely speaking, it is not your help. You can't do. If you say, Paul said that we have no confidence in the flesh. You do not have confidence. You cannot say, I will not do it and then I will. It's not. It is until you are helped by God. There's something called grace. Grace is a funding mechanism in the economy of God that helps you to do the things of God. So you need to understand that only God can help you. That is number one. Two of you must come together. Focus on the things of God. Pay more attention to God more than yourselves. Pay more attention to things that you attend to God, things that you know that can help the kingdom things, kingdom thoughts. Share your kingdom thoughts rather than sharing. I'm not saying you should not talk about physical things, but make most of your conversation to be focused on God. You see, that helps you to, and then it shifts because when you see somebody that is sinful, it's because the person has been distracted away from God. So if somebody has been distracted away from sin, you realize that he will focus on God. That's what focus prayer does. That's what it distracts you away from sin and makes you is that only God can help. When you receive grace, it helps you to focus. Number two.
So, thank you so much. The second thing we are going to be talking about is set boundaries. As much as you are praying, you are asking God for help, you also need to take intentional steps because what prayer does to you is that it enables you to abide by the boundaries and rules that you have created.
Yes.
That is why say that Bible says that it is God that works in both to will and to do.
It's good plan.
Yes, so the willing is you praying, but the doing is you have to take the action, which has to do with setting boundaries.
Boundaries.
You have to give each other boundaries, clear boundaries, and some of which may
Workable
include
boundaries, something
yes,
that is realistic.
yes, workable boundaries.
Yeah.
Some of it may include we won't see each other late in the evening, especially if you are not doing long distance relationship. If probably you are on the same campus or you are working in the same
Same,
city
yeah.
and all of that. So you can be clear that once it's this time, whatever conversation we are having, we need to start going when it is physical. Then another boundary you can set, which is also important, is not staying together in a closed room.
Yeah.
Believing that
Isolated areas.
yes, no, isolating yourself, believing that the grace of God will cover us and all of that. You have to be realistic with yourself. This is someone you are attracted to. This is someone you can't wait to be together. Part of the boundary you can also set is concerning your physical touch. No kissing, no romance. Be clear that marriage is honorable unto God. We are not going to have premarital sex, and whatever that can lead to it as well, we are keeping off on it. Because if your mind is going to be set free from it, then you clear off every appearances
Yeah.
and every traces. So we've had different questions about couples kissing, courtship, and all of that. Where is kissing leading us? What is kissing putting in our mind? If it will not help us to stay chaste, then why do we have to do it? That can be part of the boundaries as well. And as many that you can think of, depending on what you know about yourself, what you can deal with, and the matters of the flesh that you are trying to overcome, let it informs the boundary that you set.
That's actually quite important. I'll just put about I'll buttress a little about it. You have to set boundaries that are realistic. You see, boundaries that you know that this thing is something that we can do it. So you don't have to set boundaries that are too extreme that becomes that makes your emotion pile up so much that the next time you want to see them, it triggers something. You understand what I'm trying to say? So you need to understand that workable boundaries that, like I said, we won't chat and we won't, when we are physically seen, we won't see anytime it's 7 p.m. or isolated areas. Not that something like, oh, we won't talk for 2 months. When you do, you won't talk for 2 months. The next time you are talking sincerely, it will be you pouring
If you
out
get
emotions.
overwhelmed, yeah.
That is what it will happen to. That's what will happen to you. You need to understand that certain boundaries that are realistic enough. The third thing we'll be talking about is accountability. You need to understand that accountability helps so much. Not even marriage alone, it helps in our physical life, spiritual,
Personal
financial, everything.
growth.
So you need to understand that you have to be accountable to someone that you know that can correct you. I used to tell people that there should be someone in your life that looks like an authority. I can tell you this is wrong. This is wrong. If you don't have that person in your life, then you are treading a path of danger. It's a dangerous path to tread on. So you need to be accountable to someone. Oh, I'm going to see if it's a long distance. I'm going to Lagos, South tomorrow. I'm going to Lagos tomorrow to see my fiance. It makes you know that somebody can ask you when you return that. Tell me what happened. It gives you that kind of orientation. Or probably you are living in the same state, you're working almost in the same environment. You just have to give those accountability measures to that authority that can control you, that can tell you, okay,
And
don't do
caution
this now for now. Do this.
you. Yeah.
It helps you to remain in that position of being corrected and being in the right place. Because when you are corrected, you're in the right place. You need to understand that there must be someone for us. While we were cutting, we had someone who was watching over us, not just even
Just
mentors
even
now.
one
It's
person.
not about mentor, it's about people that we know, okay, this person have gone far in marriage. And so we had to reach out to that person. Of course, we want to be accountable to you. We give you, when we made mistake, we also review, we also we
Confess.
confessed it, we talked it out, we trashed it out. When we had or issues that has to do with finances and all of those, we reach that's what an accountability helps you to do. It helps you to, you understand, know the right path. It helps you to be in the right path. For example, we had issues, we reach out to that person, and the issue that I'm talking, don't let your mind go far too much. Just normal issues. And, you reach out. It does not only help when it comes to emotional stuff alone, it even preserve the life of that courtship.
Yes.
Because when you have issues together, when you have maybe disagreement that there's somebody you can, okay, this is what we are like, for example, we had issues on introduction and everything. It almost cost a lot. Because the person we reached out to and the person, okay, do this, and sincerely it helped us. Accountability helps so much. You cannot underestimate the power of accountability in your marriage or your courtship.
I will just add to what you have said a little before I move to the next point. When it comes to accountability, you must be ready to open up,
Yeah.
because there's no point claiming you're accountable to someone that you don't open up to. It is not the person that will be chasing you around all the time that will be asking. Now, don't wait until they chase you around before you carry them along, because some of us, until Holy Spirit goes to now go and
Tell the person.
expose you to the person, that way you now start shaking. Be open, be ready to speak out, because there was a time that on emotions as well, I had to speak out to one of the person we were accountable to, who happens to be my mentor. And he said he has been praying for me about it. And he gave me advice. He told me, if you have to travel for now, travel. We have to reduce physical meetings, reduce it, and it helps so much. So always open up to them. And that will lead me to the next thing I want to talk about, which is sincerity. Be sincere with yourself, first of all, and be sincere with each other. And what this means is that your weakness, you know what you are struggling with, you know what you are praying for God to help you. What turns you. If you are, if you want to be sincere with yourself, if your partner is doing things, in a way that triggers you, you will quickly caution the person. And also, as a female, when you are vulnerable, you are ovulating, and you are most likely wanting to be touched and all of that. If you want to be sincere with yourself, you will avoid being with your partner that time, being with your fiancé that time, which means you also have to discuss it. That has been being sincere with them. Some of us, maybe you could be shy, thinking that, oh, we can deal with it. We can deal with it. If you want to be sincere with yourself, we cannot deal with it. As if this person touch you, it will be hard for you to. Don't be sincere. Don't bother touching me. We can't deal with it, because that's the mistake that most Christians make.
Yeah.
Be thinking that, oh, we can deal
Something
with
we
it.
can work
Yes,
on. Yeah.
yes. Don't worry. But then see, let's be sincere with ourselves. So be sincere with yourself. Be sincere with your partner. Don't assume to deal with what you can't deal with. You know what triggers you, your erotic zones, your vulnerable moments. Be sincere about it. Talk about it, so that I heard a story of someone that they were planning to meet, they were cutting, so they were planning to actually meet on that day. And that very day, the lady just woke up, started feeling somehow. She had to call him that, please don't bother coming again. She had prepared for the visit and all, but then she needed to be sincere with herself. Please don't bother coming again. And the brother did not go, and thank God for them now, they are doing well. So please, let's be sincere with ourselves.
On sincerity, you have to be open. It's still they're intertwined. While you're open to your spouse, you're open to God too. See that it's not something that it's not impossible to do. It's very possible to do. You can be chaste throughout your courtship. It is very, very possible. It is very, very possible. People are doing it, and it is possible. You need to understand that your sincerity is towards your partner, your sincerity is towards yourself, towards God, and towards your generation that you will be telling your story. You understand? So it is very, very important that you are sincere. Which leads me to the next thing that I would talk about, which is the last thing. That is, avoid things that triggers you. Avoid it. Avoid it. Is see every day of your courtship you'll be triggered. It just know you will be
Yeah.
triggered because this is somebody that you are attracted to. You are emotionally attracted. It is normal, bro. That you will feel attracted, sister. It is normal. But
Don't feel you.
no, that's not actually it. You are not having a demon. It is normal to feel
Yeah.
that way, but you need to understand that you don't. You are not controlled by emotions. Rather, you control your emotions.
Yeah.
You are the one that you are in charge, not your emotion that is in
By the
charge.
spirit of
You're in charge by the help of God, like we mentioned, to avoid things that trigger it. Those are the things, the place of your own action that will help your faith. You need to understand that you need to desist from chats that can steer emotion. You see, what that chat does to you is that when you chat, you've talked about your junior stuff and for a long time, the next time you are meeting, you want to practicalize what you've talked about. You need to understand that those chats are not necessary at all. For that is not necessary. They are not necessary. Avoid maybe you saw something online that has to, and then you sent. You see, it triggers. So avoid those stuff, and you want to You want to help yourself. You want to help each other in that when somebody is weak, it is not wise for you both to be weak at the same time. Why somebody is weak, another person should be strong. You are strong for each other. Why somebody is you are noticing that, oh, this person has been talking about this thing. You want to be helped by the help of the spirit. You want to snap him out of that or snap her out of that weakness. That's how you help each other. Not that this one is and then you two you just I'm enjoying it too. So help each other by the help of the spirit. Focus on kingdom stuffs. Your assignment, your purpose, focus on it. You see what don't view the world as though that is how you should be in the kingdom. What is happening in the world? Now in the world, people see sex before marriage as normal. In the world, people see, I want to marry you. I sure that your womb is okay. I must test you. It is when I test and see that you are you now fire out the introduction, fire out the. That is not the way of the kingdom.
Yeah.
It is not, sincerely. That is the way of the world. But we in the kingdom, we know by the help of God that this person is alright. We know by the help of God that this person is okay. You see, don't view the way the world do their own and then bring it to the kingdom. No, this is the world that should copy us in the kingdom. It is very possible. Don't, if he's asking for sex before marriage, it's a bad sign.
Yeah, it's a red flag.
It's a bad sign.
Major red flag.
If she's saying she wants to know if it is proper before marriage, it is a bad
red
sign.
flag.
It's a red flag. You want to first know that is this person a spiritual person? Is this person even serious with God at all? We don't bring worldly pattern into the kingdom way. So those are the things that I want us to actually take note of.
Yes, yeah, sorry, please, before we go, I just remember something as I was talking. It's just an advice that I also feel will help people in courtship as much as you can. Once you are Christians, we are in courtship with the aim of getting married. It's not with or trying to just see if things will work out. No, there's marriage in view. As much as possible to keep the courtship short. I recommend maximum of 2 years. But if for reasons it has to extend, we should just have a long time courtship because said the attractions like it will keep coming and it's not advisable for you to be kept for a long
Boxed up
time.
for a long
Yes,
time. Yeah.
yes. Even Apostle Paul said that it is better to be married than to burn with passion. Yes, so I advise that courtship should not be kept for so
Our
long.
own courtship,
Plus 2 years.
2 years,
For 2
yeah.
years
Then
plus.
2021
Yes,
to
then we come at
2023.
2023.
Yeah, what you are trying to say is true. Avoid long
Long
courtship.
courtship.
Lord, you are not the Lord of the Rings now. Yeah, you kept her waiting for 9 years. And I've learned of someone who had courtship for 8 years.
It's
It,
too
it even
much.
affects your kingdom. If you are it affects if you are that person that cannot hold yourself, it affects you. Keep it
But
short.
the longer you go, the less likely you are able to hold it.
So keep
That's
it short
it.
and just get married. We hope to see your wedding pictures
God will provide
because
for you.
yeah, God will provide. You see, we've talked about how God helped us in our own wedding. And when we started planning, like I said, we've talked about it. Go and watch it.
Yes. God will help
Go and watch the previous episode. God provide, God will do everything. We want to see your wedding pictures, and we know you're going to have a beautiful home.
Amen.
Love from us, the Syrians, to
Amen.
you.
Thank
God
you.
bless you. Please subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.